Happy Friday, everyone. We have a long weekend because there's no school on Monday due to Memorial Day. So for today, during this math lesson, please get a piece of paper and a pencil or pen so that you can do these problems with me. Today we're on 11-5, explain subtraction strategies. I can explain why subtraction strategies work using models, place value, and mental math. Let's go ahead and start with the solving chair. Find 532 minus 215. Use any strategy, then explain why your strategy works. So I'm going to go ahead and use this strategy. 532 minus 215. All right, start with your ones. We cannot take 2 from 5, so we're going to have to borrow from the tens. The 2 becomes a 12, the 3 becomes a 2, and the hundreds stay the same. 12 minus 5 is 7, 2 minus 1 is 1, and 5 minus 2 is 3. This strategy clearly works because you can see how you borrow, and you notice how if there's more on the floor, you have to go next door. And that's why I think this strategy works. All right, I'm going to share the sound with you, and we're going to go ahead and watch the video.
Find 437 minus 245. Use any strategy. One way is to use place value blocks. How would you use place value blocks to help you find 437 minus 245? You draw place value blocks to show 437. Then you cross out 245 and count how many place value blocks are left. What regrouping will you need to do to subtract 245 from 437?
Select your answer.
All right, so it says, what regrouping will you need to do to subtract 245? So let's see, cross out 200s. We're going to have to take 100 as 10 tens.
You will need to regroup 100 as 10 tens. There are not enough tens to subtract 4 tens from 3 tens. Subtract 5 ones. Regroup 100 as 10 tens. Subtract 4 tens. Subtract 2 hundreds. So 437 minus 245 equals 192. Another way to find 437 minus 245 is to use an open number line to subtract. When you count back to subtract, which number do you start with?
Select your answer.
Start with the greater number, 437. Place 437 on the right side of the open number line, so there is room to count back on the left. To subtract, count back the hundreds, then the tens, and then the ones. You land on 192. So 192 is the difference of 437 and 245. You can also record partial differences. Start with 437 and take away the hundreds. Then take away the tens in 2 parts, 30 and 10. Then take away the ones. Why does the counting back strategy work? It works because you start with a greater number and jump back the total amount you are subtracting. The difference is the number on which you land.
Good job subtracting.
All right, now it's time to practice. So we've been using mental math, the open number line, and drawing to figure out our subtraction problems. All right, this one is already done for us. It says to explain why the strategy works. So for this one, the strategy works because you can clearly see how when you take that 100 away, you break that into the 10 tens, and you can also see when you take a 10 away, that gets broken up into 10 ones. All right, let's try out a few more. So what we'll do is we're gonna do it a couple of different ways. Let's start with the open number line. So I'm gonna go ahead and solve the problem first. We're on number 2, and please do this with me. 312 minus 179. Okay, starting with the ones. Can't take 2 from 9. There's more on the floor. We're going next door. Uh-oh. Now look what happened. We can't take 1 from 7, so guess what? We have to borrow again. So instead of this 1 becoming an 11, it's actually going to become a 10. And now the 3 has to become a 2. 12 minus 9 is 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So we will get 133. Now let's try it on the open number line. We put our smallest number here and our biggest number here. All right, so let's jump 100. All right, when we jump 100, that 1 becomes a 2. Tens and ones are staying the same. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to jump 30. So when you go ahead and you jump 30, you are kind of doing the regrouping in an addition way. So that's going to become 309. And then all we have to do is add 3 more. So then 100 plus 30 plus 3 equals 133. And that's how you use the open number line. Can be a little tricky sometimes, in my opinion, but if this is a strategy for you, the reason it works is because we started with the smaller number and we added up to get to the greater number. All right, I'm going to erase all of this. All right, the next one, whoops. The next one we are going to we're going to do what we've been doing in Zoom, which is drawing. Having a hard time erasing. Come on. Erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Okay. This time we're going to draw the place value blocks. All right, I hope you're doing this with me. Biggest number on top, smaller number on the bottom. All right, boys and girls, there's more on the floor here. We have to go next door. All right, that 4 is a 14, didn't show up very well. All right, 14 minus 5 is 9. 5 minus 5 is 0. And 4 minus 1 is 3. So it's 309. Now we're going to draw it. Hundreds, tens, ones. First thing you have to do is draw the big number. That's 464. So 4 hundredths, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 ones. All right, now we're going to subtract 155. Take away 100. Take away 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And take away 5 ones. But we only have 4, so we're taking away that other 10. So now there's no 10s, and we're putting 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we can cross out 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we have 3 hundreds, 0 10s, and 9 ones. 309. All right, we're going to do one last one, and we'll be all finished with Math for Friday. Just please make sure that you're doing this with me with pencil and paper, because you're not just going to learn from just watching. You learn most by doing. All right, let's do our last one. 612 minus 478. 612 minus 478. All right, you can't take 2 from 8. There's more on the floor. We're going next door. 2 becomes a 12. Oh, stop moving. All right, now look what happened. There's a 1 and a 7. You can't take 1 from 7, so guess what? We're going to have to borrow from here. Now, since we borrowed from here and we borrowed from there, that 1 is not going to be an 11. It's going to be a 10. Okay? 12 minus 8 is 4. 10 minus 7 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. So the answer is 134. Let's go ahead and draw this one out so you can really see how that regrouping works. That's one good thing about drawing it out, is you can really see the way you regroup. So the first thing we're going to do is draw our biggest number, which is 612. Draw 6 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 10, 2 ones. Now we're getting ready to take away. Take away 4 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take away 7 tens. We can't. Take 100. Break it into 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we can take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take away 8 ones. We can't. Take a 10 away and break it into 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now let's count what we have. Oops, we got to cross out the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's count what we have left. 100, 3 tens, and 4 ones. 134. And there you have it. So boys and girls, I hope that you're really getting this. Keep up the great work. Go on Imagine Math. And if you can, check out education.com with some of the math things on there. All right, have a great day, and maybe I'll see you on Zoom for Fun Friday. Bye, everyone.